Is useArtemis worth it? We're gonna go over the quality of the data, all the features that it has, and whether or not you should get it. If you don't know, useArtemis is a B2B lead generation tool. So if you've ever heard of D7 Lead Finder or Seamless AI or Apollo, it's kind of like that. Pricing as of the recording of this video is around $29 to $99 per month. It's also on AppSumo right now for $69 one time. Now that $69 AppSumo deal gets you 7,000 credits per month, and the credits are just contact details. I personally have the $99 a month plan, and it gives you unlimited credits, but really it's 15,000 credits per day, which is still amazing. So in my opinion, right now, by far, this is the best value tool. So you get the most bang for your buck in terms of the amount of credits you get for the price that you're paying. But just because it's the best value doesn't really mean it's the best tool. You get what you pay for most times. And so I'm gonna explain that in a minute, but let's just start going through the features. The first thing you see when you log into useArtemis is the dashboard. This is basically just like a big ad for useArtemis, so there's not really much that you can do here. Next thing you have is lists. This is where all your lead lists will come in. As you can see here, we have like random roofing lists that we've made. We can create a new list. We can delete lists, I believe that's the only thing that we can do with this action item. And then also we can view more on this page. So we want to view 100. It's going to show me all 100, my last 100 lists that I have. And what I do not like about this tool is that I can't search for any of my lists. So if I do, you know, they have a search function up here, but if I just look up roofing, all right, it's not going to come up with anything. And so I can't just look at all my previous lists that I've done roofing in or whatever. The other thing that I don't like about this is that you can't bulk download lists. So if I wanted to download all my roofing lists like this, there's no way I can download them, right? I have to go in individually one by one and go into the list and then download them directly. Now let's look at the lead quality. So the main way that you scrape from useArtemis is really from LinkedIn. Now there's other ways that you can scrape, but this is the main way. And when you're scraping LinkedIn, let's just say you got 1,000 contacts and you upload them to useArtemis, you're gonna get about a 30 to 40% match rate. And so that'll be around 300 to 400 contacts that you'll find out of 1,000 people. So here's the type of data that you're gonna be getting. Full name, first name, last name, work email, company name, company websites, job title, location, city, phone number, LinkedIn URL, Facebook URL, and Twitter URL. So out of 1,000 people in this particular list, it found 245 people, so it's a little lower. And out of that, we have 84 work emails and 230 personal emails. And then on top of that, we have around 103 phone numbers. In Facebook URLs, we have 90, and Twitter URLs, we have 35. Now let's compare that to LeadRocks. This is a separate scraping tool that's very similar to useArtemis, and we'll see what kind of data that it got. So out of that same list of 1,000 people, we got 478 people, so almost double the amount. We've got 332 work emails. So this is a lot better than useArtemis. And then the direct emails, so personal emails, we got 246. Phone numbers, we have 179. And then we have Facebook profiles, 165 of those. So LeadRocks does give you significantly more data out of the same exact data set that I gave it. And the only reason I compare it to LeadRocks is because LeadRocks and useArtemis were both on AppSumo for a period of time. They were the exact same price, and so they're very comparable to each other. So if I were comparing them side by side, I would say just go with LeadRocks because it's going to give you more data. The problem is that LeadRocks is now not on AppSumo. It's way more expensive. And so it's just a completely separate tool now. Next up is imported leads. Now this to me doesn't really make any sense. How this works is when you're using the Chrome extension and you're scraping from LinkedIn, it's gonna come into here. Now it doesn't make any sense because it's not really giving you any phone numbers or emails or any data really. It's just giving you basic information, and then you have to enrich the data and put it into the lists. So you have to click here and enrich it. And so for me, it just doesn't make any sense. Like I have to scrape the data just to come in here and then enrich it and then get the phone numbers and emails when that's what I wanted in the first place. So this is just an extra step for no reason for me. And speaking of the Chrome extension, this is where another problem lies. When you open useArtemis Chrome extension, you've got a few options. And so you have the list name that you want to name it, the start page, the end page, and then you can click import results. The problem is it only lets you scrape 25 pages at a time. So if I want to scrape 100 pages, it's going to say, hey, you can't do that. The problem is it only lets you scrape 25 pages at a time. So if I try to scrape 100 pages, which is a normal LinkedIn search will show you 100 pages, which is 1,000 people, it's not going to let you do that. It's only going to let you do 25 at a time, which means before it'll let you scrape 100 at a time, but now it only lets you do 25. So that means I have to do 0 through 25 and then 25 through 50 and then 50 through 75, which means I have to create 4 lists just to get the same result that I was getting before this update, which is really annoying. Next up, we have LinkedIn campaigns and email campaigns. Now, email campaigns is available right now, but LinkedIn campaigns will be coming soon. For me, in my opinion, I think you shouldn't waste your time on either of these. useArtemis is a data company. You should really try to focus on being the best at getting data and then focus on LinkedIn tools and email tools, because there are plenty of other tools out there already that are way better than this tool. And so no one's going to be using these tools. You're wasting time trying to build an email prospecting tool and a LinkedIn prospecting tool when there's another company with a team of people that's spending their entire day trying to figure out how to have a better LinkedIn tool. And so there's no reason that you should be having these dinky little tools on top of useArtemis as a whole. And this is one of the main details I'm going to get into a little later, but there's just a lot of these little features that make it sound a lot better, but really are just smoke screens. Like there's nothing really there. It's not really worth it. They just make the product sound better. Next up is the prospecting tool. This allows you to search their database, and so you can search by first name, last name, job title, location, whatever. I don't really use this because it's not like an Apollo search or a Seamless AI or a LinkedIn search where you have all these different search functions and filters. It's just very basic. There's not a lot of data that you can get out of this. And so for me, I never really use it. Next up, we have bulk enrichment. You can upload a file and then you can match LinkedIn data and then get the phone numbers and emails out of your list. After that, we have domain search, which is pretty cool. It's got pretty good data. It's not as good as Snovio. And the other problem that I have with this tool is that it only lets you do a domain search one by one. It doesn't let you do in bulk. And so if I wanted to upload a list of all the domains and I want all the founders and owners of all these different company domains, it's not gonna let you do that. Now I did talk to Samuel, who is the owner slash just developer slash, I don't really know what his job title is. And he said that they're going to be adding that feature very soon, so thank you for that. Next up is the email verifier. This is kind of the same thing where you only are able to do one at a time. So hopefully they add a bulk verifier to this as well. Now I know I've been pretty harsh on this tool, but I'm going to get a little harsher and then I'm going to say what's good about this tool. So unusable features. They claim to have these amazing features that don't actually work. So they claim that you can scrape Sales Navigator and Facebook groups. Now, if that was real, you would have heard of this tool a long time ago, because those tools would have changed the game. The thing is, they don't really work. How a lot of these tools work is they have an API and a massive database. When you upload a link, a LinkedIn link of, I want this person, do you have this person in your database? It's going to query the entire database and see if their link matches with your link. And if they do, then they're going to give you the contact details of that person. So that's the main way that they do it. useArtemis has a second feature on top of that. They allow you to search first name, last name, company name. So if you put in the first name, last name, company name, and they have anything in their database that matches those three criteria, it's going to show you that contact information. So here's why the Facebook group scraper and the LinkedIn Sales Navigator don't actually work. What it's actually doing is it's getting the first name and last name and company name of that person while it's scraping Facebook or while it's scraping Sales Navigator. And then it's going to try to match that data to its current database. The thing is that the hit rate or the match rate is very, very, very low. And so when you're scraping 2,000 people on Sales Navigator, it's only going to show you like 150 people out of that. Same with the Facebook group. A lot of people don't put their company name in their Facebook group. And so you have the first name, last name, but no company name. And so you're not going to be able to match anybody. So there are little features that you can use within the tool, but they're worthless and pointless. Like you're not going to be able to get anything out of it. But if you could do this, it would be absolutely insane. Like imagine being able to scrape a Facebook group of a highly targeted, like moms of Dayton, Ohio, or car enthusiasts, or even like Dodge Challenger car enthusiasts. Like that, you could get so hyper specific and targeted on who you're targeting, and you can do B2C offers with direct outreach. It would be crazy. Anyways, the good thing about this tool is that it's just the best value on the market right now. And Samuel, aka the founder, aka I don't really know his job title, is super helpful, and he's consistently updating the tool like almost every single day, and he's very in tune with customer feedback and all that. I know the tool is going to get better over time. Hopefully you can take this constructive criticism and make the tool even better, because I love the tool. I hope that it becomes the best tool on the market. It's worth it to me. I use it every day. So if I were you, I would try out the AppSumo deal, see if you like it. And if you're a heavy data user like me, then get the $99 a month unlimited version, which allows you to scrape 15,000 per day. There will be an affiliate link in the description. If you have any other softwares that you want me to review, let me know. I'll see you guys soon.